I'm Alexandra, and I'm the lead designer for the Beam House.
And I'm Eric, her husband, and I brought my side of real estate into building this project together.
The Beam House was a major renovation project located in Rutland Park in southwest of Calgary, and we really love this neighborhood because of the close proximity to downtown and shops and restaurants in this area. We decided to call this house the Beam House. We ended up re-engineering the home with a beam that runs the whole length of the home, and we've also featured that in other parts of the home, like the kitchen. This home was designed with us in mind, but Eric and I are very open to lane changes at all times of life, so we also designed it with other families, other couples in mind. Would it work for a multi-generational family? Would it work with a young couple? Would it work for a young family, an older family? So we kind of tried to cater to all types of people that could live here, not just us.
We really spent some time at the beginning talking about what the goal was and what we wanted to do. And one of the things that Alex brought up to me over and over and over again was, we are not gonna develop something new. We don't want to build something new. I want to draw inspiration from the story of the existing property and go from there. But that was also a choice that we made strategically for a couple of reasons. One, homes built in this era were framed from fir. So we left exterior walls standing, the original floor joists, and the original foundation, which is a poured concrete foundation. We actually decided we wanted to offer on a house down the street. And that house had some challenges about it that we were kind of excited about, but we did not get the house. You know, Alex said, "What about that one across the street?" And she pointed at this flat top green bungalow. And we walked up to the door, and I knocked on the door and said who I was. And the lady interrupted me and she goes, just let me stop you there. We'd love to sell the house. Long story short, she made us lemonade and we signed a purchase contract in the backyard, and that was the beginning of Beam House. This property was actually a show home in 1958 at 1,390 square feet with a front attached single garage. We repurposed the attached single garage, creating a powder room and an office. We added 2 bump outs, one on the south side of the property and one on the west. So overall, we're sitting right around the 2,100 square feet for a bungalow with 2 primary suites on the main floor, a main floor office that could double as a 3rd bedroom. And in the basement, we have 2 more large bedrooms, a flex room, which could be office 2, gym, or bedroom 6, and another full 5-piece bathroom downstairs.
This home is very globally inspired. Eric and I have been so fortunate to travel to 34 countries together so far in our lives. And for the exterior of this home, we really wanted it to feel moody, but also inviting. So we chose shosugibon, which is a burnt Japanese wood treatment, and we first saw that when we were traveling, I believe in Norway, on a sauna, and we just fell in love with it, and we thought we have to use this on a project. Using the mixture of the materials with the corrugated metal and the wood on the front, and just the darkness, but also the creation of shapes, it really is inviting and feels very modern, but different at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Moving inside, I wanted to tie the interior to the exterior by also using the shosugibon on the fireplace. And then we went with a brighter wall and a brighter floor color and paid a lot of attention to the interior selections, especially the countertop surfaces, which are all a matte or leathered finish, so you really have a nice feeling and a visual interest with the texture. It was very important to also incorporate organic movement in the lines of the hardware, and we also incorporated that in the bathroom. You'll notice the bathtub is a curved tub, and so there's some really organic and almost nature-inspired elements, and you'll see that in the hardware and some of the lighting that we chose for this project as well. The design inspiration for the floor plan was to really have these moments of natural light flowing through the home. So you'll notice that when you first walk in, you can see all the way to the back through the mudroom, and we've got these large, oversized, beautiful windows that just let the light flood in. We really didn't want to compromise with the windows, so in the office as well, we created a floor plan that we were happy with, either a sofa setting or a desk or a bed, and we framed the windows so that they perfectly looked at the trees outside. And I think the little moments like that are what really sets this project apart. So we wanted to incorporate a lot of storage that was also really beautiful to look at. So you'll notice that the kitchen has ample storage, it's very tall, and we also created a lot of storage on the butler's pantry side, which is kind of hidden. You'll notice that it blends in almost with the color of the wall, which we wanted to create two very different sides of the kitchen. So the center beam actually hides the venting coming from the kitchen wall because the kitchen is floating in the center of the space. And I wanted to incorporate lighting that was dedicated for that space. The fridge is also very easily accessible from both the pantry side and from the kitchen side. So it's got a really nice flow to it. And then we centered the sink on the window, and the window at the back of the kitchen actually collapses all the way open so that you can also have entertaining space on the outside and have an indoor-outdoor flow in the warmer months.